Well, if we start to not hear you.
Where's my
All right,
name?
there he is. There he is. Luis Rivera. Welcome to the show, Luis.
Oh, thank you guys very much.
You are a busy man. We keep running into you on at events all over town. Doing your best to make sure that this space happens in the right way. And you've got another great event coming. Of course, we met a couple of months ago in May, right? It was May, the first inaugural State of Cannabiz.
April.
Yes,
May?
Very nice, very good event. 4 months ago now, 3-4 months ago. So looking to build on that, and now taking it to the health and wellness side.
That's right. Well, that's pretty cool. That was more a sort of a legislative update. Tulsi Gabbard was there. We got a great interview with Tulsi Gabbard. And this now you're starting really a series, and this is the first one, I think, with the focus on health and wellness. So that's, that of course is our focus and I'm certainly here a lot. For folks that watch this channel, we really think that it's important. So we're really excited that you have decided to use your apparently not so easy to get ability to do events here in Southern California, or in California in general.
Yeah.
And you've been able to get one of those permits, and now you're using it for the good, in not only, making cannabis, adult use cannabis in California work, but really keeping health and wellness at the forefront of it. So tell us a little bit about this expo that's coming up, and then we can get into some of the details and all of the challenges. So what's happening on August 10th?
Well, the good thing is, cannabis is legal, so that's the most important part. And, one of the things we wanted to do, just like you and your mission, is to make sure, whether it's recreational or not, it needs to be led with medicine first. It's a medicinal, product. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a natural thing, and we need to make sure that, we don't allow the whole recreational conversation and just kind of circumvent that, although that's great and that's a part of it. But we have a lot of medical patients in need, veterans that could use this if they, had access to it, and social equity and other minorities like myself that have been, excluded and, been part of the war on drugs, and now are trying to do other things for others. So with this event, we're excited though, because we really get to merge the recreational with the medicinal, and, talk about that soon. And, we'll talk a little bit more about the event as we catch up here.
Absolutely.
So talk to me. I was curious about the work that's going on with you, Chela, because one of the things you mentioned to me earlier was how we're doing outreach and working with different groups. So I know you're doing a lot of work with medicine and nurses and homes, and that's been one of our targets, to try to get the word out there in cities like Adelanto and places like that.
Well, wow, thank you. We are definitely getting deeper into understanding more about residential care facilities for the elderly and boarding cares, and how nursing homes are totally excluded from using cannabis medicine. There are laws and regulations in place in California for assisted livings to use cannabis medicine, so it would be really probably smart to bring flyers to assisted living facilities that have independent, independent living in the assisted livings in the Adelanto and Apple Valley and that sort of area, because those folks are looking for stuff to do all the time, and they're kind of stuck there, and they're allowed to use cannabis medicine, but they may not know enough about it. And it would be nice. I love that your event is focused on older people, and you're going to have music and events that are appealing to older people, like painting and yoga, and lots of people that maybe the cannabis naive can speak to about how cannabis helps creaky joints or overall pain or muscle spasms or insomnia that a lot of older people struggle with. So I'm super stoked about your event in Adelanto, and really trying to connect the people who live around there to the resources that you're bringing to the area. So it's super exciting to kind of merge all the stuff that's happening.
Yes, it's
and we're going to play a couple of, you've got some great promos up on your YouTube channel that Adriana has made, and they are really informative and express how, what the focus of this event is, and they're really great. So we're going to play a couple of those in the afterburn. But talk a little bit about why you're in Adelanto. We talk about every week on the show what a challenge it is here in California with the local permitting and authorities basically banning cannabis in upwards of 80% of the state in some respect, and certainly with regards to cannabis consumption events. And this is an event that is unique in the sense that not only is it educational and panels and very informative about the medicinal aspect of it and a wellness focus, but it's going to be an event that people are going to be able to consume in parts of it. So talk about a little bit about a merger of these two types of events. You have this educational event, sort of an expo, exposing brands and stuff and information, but also getting into the consumption as something like the Emerald Cup would be doing, and what a challenge that is here in California.
Well, thank you. It has been a challenge. So thank you. It's been a challenge. I don't even know where to start. As I mentioned, we really are pioneers right now, trying to figure out the way. Just as difficult it is for people to, get a license and get up and running. I mean, that's how difficult it's been. Because for those that don't know the process, you need a state license that gives you authority as a cannabis event organizer throughout the state. However, each event, that's one application to become an event organizer. You get your background, your screening, make sure they know you're professional and can throw an event. And then from there, you have to go to each municipality, each local authority, each city to figure out, hey, can we do this here? And unfortunately, rather than just roll it into an existing permitting special events process, maybe something even like something that sells alcohol, they've actually made everything much more complex. And so we're having to go to cities, and as you mentioned, only a few are up and running, and it's a bittersweet kind of approach in the sense where people ask why Adelanto. It's actually a very friendly city with cannabis taxes and not so much news in the headlines, but definitely trying to do a lot for the industry, including being one of the leading pioneers allowing these kinds of events. So for us, we're trying to work with them, help them realize the value in the potential tax that they'll be able to bring in, and us being able to really focus around health and wellness. A lot of the events have been great, well produced, but focused mostly for the youth, our younger generation. And this, we want to cater to a more mature audience, people that like us that want to use it for medicinal health, wellness benefits, and really want to learn and or are new to the product and want to learn for the first time. So whether you want to advance your existing knowledge and then or not, you can go there. But as you mentioned, I think it's actually 3 parts. This event, we're gonna tighten it up and do some little more marketing. But we have the expo with a bunch of brands, which we'll be talking about soon.
So this really is let's take a quick look at, I've got a minute and 24 second from you guys, talks about this health fair. And I think this is the one that really gives a sort of a comprehensive overlook of what's going to be at the event. Let's just take a quick look at that, and we'll come back on the other side to continue our chat with Luis Rivera of Collective Strategies LA, an amazing company that is basically the founder and organizer of the State of Cannabiz here in California, State of Cannabis 2019. And this year, right now, starting the Summer of Health and Wellness in Southern California in Adelanto. Looking forward to checking out beautiful Adelanto. We love high desert whenever we can, and we're going to turn it into the high desert in August, on August 10th. So let's take a look at this video and we'll come back and talk on the back end. Here we go.
Hey, it's Adriana from Collective Strategies, and I want to personally invite you to an amazing event called the State of Cannabis 2019 Health and Wellness Fair. At this educational and entertaining cannabis health and wellness fair, you'll be able to learn about the medicinal properties of cannabis in a safe, stigma-free environment. You can attend free health and wellness workshops focused on fitness, exercise, and nutrition, and even learn about the latest bioscience technologies, innovation, products, and consumer trends that can align with everyone's lifestyle. I guarantee you will walk out with a new understanding of the cannabis plant and its inherent medicinal benefits that can assist you with achieving better health. In fact, here's just a sample of what you can expect at this educational and entertaining cannabis health and wellness fair. On-site consumption and sales, yoga and meditation, educational health seminars, food, music, and entertainment, over 35 cannabis vendors, puff and paint, and much, much more. Don't miss the State of Cannabis 2019 Health and Wellness Fair, where you can enjoy a full day of relaxation, education, and entertainment with on-site cannabis consumption without the stigma. Register now.
The State of Cannabiz. The link is in the description, guys. You can get your tickets for for $25 at the State of, and hey, reasonably priced. What are you doing?
I love that you do that.
What are you doing, Luis? A reasonably priced event?
Yeah.
Give me a break. Nobody does that.
I love that you do that. That really means a lot. It's very community based.
It really does. So lots of really, what exactly is puff and paint?
Can you guys hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, perfect. No, yeah, thank you. It's, reasonably priced. Actually, if you enter chat, actually not chat, but a promo code SOC, State of Cannabis, the initials, SOC, you get a 20% discount.
Oh my God, wow.
Even off the $25. You can get another $5 off.
Wow, that's amazing.
So $20 to get an amazing education about the real medicine, do a little yoga, do a little puff and paint, which apparently is similar to wine and paint, or
sipping, whatever.
Sipping.
We did that with the family in Colorado.
Well,
right.
Like, you get a joint, you get a smoke, you get a paint. What I'm saying, you get a smoke. The yoga, I've done it before. It's amazing.
I can't wait to do it. I'm so excited.
Get a little session going, and then the puff and paint. Have a good artist friend that can make you an artist in instant. And when you're high, it's actually even better. When you
activate that endocannabinoid system and the creativity flows, man.
Juices flowing. That's going to be delightful.
And then there'll be bands, and you'll get your, those that want the music will get their music fix.
And it's going to be like old school music, right?
It's the expo with the vendors, and then we have the conference. But then the third part is the bands, which we're really high to hear about the bands that are coming out. So our headliner is this group called Quinto Soul, which is a great reggae, Spanish mix, kind of English, everything, reggaeton, but really cool music. And then we have another flashback acoustic 80s band that'll be playing music, and a couple other acts that will be lining up. So it's really a jam-packed day where you'll have the kind of concert, if you will, the kind of conference with the education, which you guys will be helping to cover, and the day of activities and vendors and brands and partners. So we wanted this to be very exciting for people, a bang for their buck. It shouldn't be about overcharging them. The retailers in the state will do that, unfortunately.
Right.
But that's just the way. But for now, we want to do this, show that these things work. There's a lot going on up north, Northern Triangle, Emerald City, things like that. Events they had this weekend. I think Northern Lights. So we just want to do things here, start small, scale up, grow, and bring the good stuff in many ways from up north down here.
Well, I think it's important to support the communities that are opening their arms to cannabis and really embrace. It's like they see the economic stimulus value. They understood, but they also see the writing on the wall, and to resist it is really kind of silly. So yeah, I mean, it's, you know, people go to the high desert to have fun all the time. There was a Cannabis Cup out there not too long ago, that did very well. So, you know, there are, you know, Tyson is opening a town out in the desert, you know,
Right.
So the cannabis events and the cannabis community is just going to get bigger and growing out there. And it's going to be a destination, essentially, for a lot of these new companies and a lot of these organizations and groups. And so I think it's great you're doing it with Adelanto. We met some amazing folks at a couple of events recently that were from out there that are you know, trying to help
we
the
met
businesses
some
grow.
folks at State of Cannabiz.
At State of Cannabiz, that's right. That's what I'm referring to, actually.
Okay, great.
Which we did cover, and you can watch all of those great panels from the State of Cannabiz inaugural event in May over on Reefer Revolution. You can watch the whole playlist of all of the great panels, and we have the links to the new event, the State of Cannabiz Health and Wellness Fair of 2019, August 10th from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Adelanto Stadium, 12,000 Stadium Way, Adelanto, California. $20 with the code. What's the code?
SOC.
S. 20%
20% off.
20% off.
Uh-huh.
And it's SOC.
SOC, like State of Cannabiz.
State of Cannabiz.
SOC.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to be covering the educational
bits.
part of it again for this fantastic event. Lanny is going to be. I saw Lanny Swerdlow is moderating. Of course, Lanny was at the State of Cannabiz, and he moderated a great panel there on the medical benefits. He is, of course, a Brownie Mary Democrat, one of the leaders there. So that's very cool to see him moderating that panel. Eric Gopal is going to be moderating a panel about veterans. And so we're very excited to be covering that part of it. It's Saturdays, so we don't have to do our show. We'll do a live check-in. Maybe we'll do some live stuff, but it won't infringe on our show, because originally it was planned for a Sunday, but we were planned to adapt for that. But it's going to be on Saturday, August 10th from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. In the beautiful and warm city of Adelanto. It's at a stadium, but there's nice, it's covered. It's all, you know, all of the vendors and stuff are all going to be covered, and so it's going to be, you're going to take into consideration the high desert aspect of it, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a blast. So we're looking forward to it.
We're going to try and go live throughout it if possible.
We'll check in throughout the day. So definitely you can count on, Reefer Revolution, to be there as part of, this event. And we hope to see if you're in California, the Southern California area, and on August 10th, get your tickets, $20. Come on down to Adelanto. You know, we'll probably get an Airbnb. I don't know. Are there any? I'm sure there are.
We'll stay the night before for
Heck.
sure. Maybe the night of.
We like Victorville.
We'll
Who doesn't?
be contributing to the coffers of Adelanto. So see, you're bringing money to the city.
Listen, when Tyson has his city open, I'm gonna go. You know, we want to support cannabis wherever it's at. You know, and so. You are pulling off something that no one's attempted really here at all
right.
locally.
First of its kind.
Nobody, no community has said, yeah, come on in and do this. So, thank you, Adelanto, for, Adelanto. I should probably learn how to pronounce it correctly. Adelanto, California. Thank you for welcoming State of Cannabiz 2019. And there's going to be more. You're not stopping here, right, Louise? This is just the beginning of State of Cannabiz, and talk a little bit about collective strategies. I know your focus is really on this event, and it has been, but you're doing a lot of work in the social equity area, and you are actually a social equity licensee, are you not?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, great. So I was saying, yeah, thank you. You know, we're doing a lot of good work with Social Equity LA and LA helping other people get licensed. But right now, the city of LA is going to launch their phase 3 retail storefront licensing. So people that are either have been convicted of a cannabis crime in the state of California prior to 2017 and or lived in a impacted area within the city of LA where there was high crime arrest for cannabis convictions are able to partner with investors and put in an application on September 3rd to see if they can get one of the first 100 licenses here for the social equity program. So that's exciting. So we're helping bringing investors and social equity applicants together to make, get them together to be able to get in the industry. So we're hopefully that's a good way to get that going. But what we're also doing with collective strategies through the social equity lens is we have a partnership with the Economic Development Department of the state, and we're helping them coordinate a cannabis career fair at Pasadena Convention Center on September 23rd. That's free.
Yeah, CanMed. It's gonna be great.
Is that CanMed?
Yeah, he's partnering at CanMed.
Yeah, CanMed, exactly. So.
Oh, that's fantastic. We love CanMed. That's great. That's great that you're involved there. That's another really. The focus is on the medicine, folks. It's the medicine.
The jobs, the workforce opportunities, the medicine, the workforce opportunities, and the jobs. That's really the focus that we're really trying to do. So, we want everyone to learn, and I think been organizing the people, and now the industry is really what it's about for us, and making sure people know the laws and make sure when they're having these events, like you said, it's about recreation, but more so about the medicinal, and people are doing it right. One of the things we say is like social equity is broader than ownership and workers' rights, and that's very important. But it's even us just treating it right and destigmatizing it, helping us as consumers be responsible. And now that it's legal, so events like this, stopping legal, even though it's tough, we got to do it, and we'll do more of this to build the brand awareness of those that are doing it right, and these new brands that are trying to survive, because it is cutthroat, and as much as people think it's all about building a brand now, cutting your losses, so to speak, doing it legally, trying to just maintain so that you get over the first couple of years, and then be able to really compete and thrive once the illicit market is really shut down. Right.
Well, it's certainly a challenge in so many ways at so many levels with this industry, and not just now with THC and cannabis, medical cannabis, quote, but now in the CBD industry. It's a whole new set of problems and issues, and this it's amazing. It's a challenge in all levels, and the event consumption aspect of it is one of the biggest ones. We know what the results of cannabis consumption are. We've got this big move here in West Hollywood to start licensing lots of consumption lounges, and of course people are freaking out about the impact, the possible impact on the society. We're going to have a couple of stories about that in the afterburn. But we know that these events always end up being peaceful. Emerald Cup went every day without one arrest, no fights, no parking tickets.
Thousands and thousands of people.
Thousands of people. This event is going to be so health and wellness focused.
It's going to be great.
And it's going to be amazing. I'm also more excited to see the results afterward than I am of the event, but it's all going to be great. It's all super exciting. We're really, really grateful to be included.
Yeah. Thank you for putting this together.
Absolutely. And we want to support you in whatever way we can. As our journey continues along this space in the media and in telling the stories of health and wellness from this plant.
I want to just chime in on that real quick.
Sure.
I think the most important part of this, and it really is, not to circumvent it or anything, it's the stories of the people. They're the people that are going through this. You guys know this. You personally experienced it. I have family. We have patients that we're hearing stories and how this has saved their lives. Whether it's giving it to their youth and children that have epilepsy, or veterans and others that are suffering from chronic pain or even cancer and have been cured by the cannabinoid plant. But we have here for us to use. So, without us really treating it like a medicine on a plant, we're still going to allow the industry to, kind of continue allowing this policy and profits over the patients and the people. So, we want to continue working, highlight those stories, have these events, and let people know that it's much more than just this bunch of fun and, bunch of reefer madness going on here. Yeah, all our handles are at stateofcannabiz.com. I told Adriana, my partner, which of course she's not here, we're gonna get a lot more active within the next few weeks. One of the challenges we haven't talked about is just the challenge for advertising and the.
Oops, sorry, our microphone was off, but you gave the information that I asked for. Yes, the State of Cannabiz. It is definitely one of the biggest challenges is trying to figure out how to get the message out without using the words cannabis, CBD, or any variation thereof.
How are you doing that? Are you just doing it the 80s way, like old-fashioned flyers and dropping cards in community areas where people might find it? How are you getting around that?
Just a lot of guerrilla marketing, as they call it, trying to find partners in the Adelanto area so that the micro-targeted, so to speak, the outreach and the advertisement. I'm willing to, do some bench ads or something. So we're looking at it for the next 3 weeks. That's actually our big focus, but a lot of it has to be, as you mentioned, traditional kind of grassroots, send some flyers.
That's what the pros say. It's basically, it's face to face. People want to know, people want to talk to people, and flyers and bus benches. We were thinking about bus benches.
Yeah, bus bench ads are a great idea.
Where are the old people? Well, guess what? Some of them are on the buses, or at least going by in their cars near the buses. Bus benches are great. Great idea. But yes, it is challenging, and we certainly want to support you as much as we can to get out the message. So thanks, Luis, for joining us today. We're going to go out with another little promo, from Adriana, who is doing a great job with these promos. So we're going to watch that. And then when we come back, guys, we are going to, what we'll do is, we will shut down and go into the afterburn like we do. But I just want to do a big shout out and a thank you to Luis Rivera, Collective Strategies LA, the organizer of State of Cannabiz here in Adelanto, California on August 10th. We'll be there. Will you be? For $20. Coupon code SOC. The link is in the description. Give a big thumbs up to our guest, Luis Rivera. Thank you, Luis. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for joining us. Take care.
Thank you, guys. Love it. Always a pleasure to come on. So thank you, guys.
All right. Well, thank you. And we look forward to talking about planning.
That's right.
For the event coming up.
Get going.
And it's a good time we're done because I didn't log into my Pro Zoom count, and our meeting is going to end in 10 minutes anyway.
Good job.
Thanks for playing with us and adapting. You're great. We love you. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care.
Aloha.
Are you someone over the age of 21? Are you tired of unorganized, high-priced cannabis events that are full of smoke and wild youngsters? Did you know that Cannabis offers a variety of products that align with your lifestyle and then you can consume safely without all the stigmas? That's why you need to attend events like State of Cannabis that educate and promote legal cannabis brands. Click the link to learn more.